Ooh, new Limbus company drop. I can't wait to hear this. Hiya folks, I'm Grim and welcome to Grim Grooves. Today we'll be checking out Canto VIII's Boss Battle 1 with Battle Theme 1 and 2. I can't wait to hear these. I mean, Limbus company stuff is always so fantastic and so original every single time. And I do not know what to expect from this. But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you can see all the new stuff I've got coming in my channel in the future. I've done a ton of Limbus company stuff so far. A bunch from Mili if you'd like to check that out. Also on my Patreon. Tons of Mili stuff there. And also, if you'd like to request something, you can do it down in the comments or through tier 2 of my Patreon. But without further ado, let's check out Boss Theme 1 from Canto VIII. Intense. Whistle. So interesting. There's so many different styles and so many different moods to this song. Like, it's overall it's just incredibly intense, but it seems like there's some Eastern kind of influences here, like a little bit of Chinese influences, traditional things like that. The flute melody makes me think of that, and I'm not sure, again, I don't know the setting for this canto or anything about the story they're kind of taking pieces from, because I've been told that typically in these games a lot of the cantos, the stories are based off of actual like books, classic novels, which I absolutely love. One of the reasons I really want to play the games. But this definitely sounds like it has a bit of an Eastern style to it, but the drums are like, it's got those Jumanji drums, like doom 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 doom, like it's just really heavy, really intense drum beat. And we get like these violin strings, I believe it's violin, that's a keyboard or something like that, but just absolutely fantastic little kind of swirling violin strings too. Like, this overall so intense. We've also got the choir in there, the Dark Souls choir coming in. Like, it definitely feels like a bit of a Souls game boss. Like, I would not be surprised hearing this in like Sekiro or something like that. Damn. Oh, nice. Oh. Oh. Interesting. It's got that like near automata kind of vocals as well, like obviously not the smooth vocals that you typically get, but some of the fight music in that game definitely has like this kind of style of female vocalist coming in. So it's a really interesting style, and I feel like it works really well here. Like, this song is so orchestral. Like, I don't know if I've ever heard another Limbus company song that has such range and is such an orchestral piece. like, because there's just so many different layers to this, right? I mean, and that's not necessarily new for Limbus Company. A lot of the time there is a lot of diversity to the music they make, but this was just so diverse. Like, we've got the violin, we've got the intense drum beat, again, the like Jumanji drums, and just so many other layers on top of that, like a little bit of an organ melody, a little bit of a synth melody, like just so many different things kind of swirling around. Again, the violins, all absolutely incredible. I'm always a sucker for those, but there's so much to this, and it just feels like such an intense battle. Like, of all the battle themes I've heard, like, this is, I think, the most intense overall, and it just keeps going, keeps changing, keeps adjusting the way that it is. And I know this is only part 1, this is only theme 1, so I'm curious to see what theme 2 will get to, because this is already insane. Those are like some Sephiroth strings. That was insane. Like, the entire song was absolutely insane, but I'd say the last, like, quarter of the song, the last third, definitely had some, like, One-Winged Angel vibes. I mean, not only with the strings, but just the way the intensity grew, the male vocalists at the end, just such deep voices with that choir in the end there. Absolutely incredible. And again, I could definitely see, like, maybe some influence from like One-Winged Angel from Final Fantasy. It had that kind of intensity to it. And again, like, this seems like a very intimidating boss theme, like the type of boss you would fight. You're like, oh my god, like I don't know if I can take this thing on. Like, it's so intense and just so foreboding. Like, it almost instills that kind of fear and tension in you because of how intense the song is and how crazy it builds and how diverse it is too. Like, we didn't really get a whole lot of repeated phrases. Like, in many cases you'll have like a minute and a half song or something like that, and it'll loop halfway through and you get the same thing a second time. This was three and a half minutes almost of just incredibly unique, diverse music, and it just kept growing and changing. And I have no idea what to expect for part 2 now, because this was already just unbelievable. Like, I've never heard a Limbus Company song that's this intense. It just kept getting more intense as we went on. It was unreal. Alright, I have no idea what to expect with this one, but I'm really excited after the first part. I'm sure this is gonna be crazy. Absolutely incredible too. I mean, it clearly confirms what I was thinking about the first one when it comes to the Eastern kind of soundscape being used in the song. Like, this definitely has some like Japanese, or I believe it's Japanese music inspired elements to it, like very traditional Chinese Japanese music. Like, I believe there's a shamisen in there playing like the beautiful string melodies we've got there. We've got the excellent flute melodies too. Again, I'm not exactly sure what the instrument is that those flutes are, but it definitely has that kind of like Eastern vibe to it, especially like historical Eastern vibe. Like, it's the type of thing you'd hear in like the Wano arc of One Piece kind of thing quite a bit, but it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, this one, it doesn't feel quite as intense as the first theme we got, but it's still quite intense. Like, it's still quite orchestral as well. The way that the drums are picking up, like, they're very intense again. Again, these swirling melodies, the melodies of the flute are probably my favorite part so far, and the shamisen. But overall, it's a fantastic start to a melody, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Like, listen to how many layers there are in this. I mean, there's like 2 different string melody layers. There's probably 2 flute layers on top of that as well. The heavy drum beat still coming in, just a little slower, a little more rhythmic in this section. Like, it's so much to it, and it's all flowing together so fantastically. It's all harmonizing really, really well. So many excellent melodies and so many interesting swells too. Like, we just kept getting crazy crescendos, and this song feels a lot more grand than the first one. Like, the first one is like you're like in the back of a dead end alleyway or something like that, and you just have to fight just for your life. Like, your life is in danger and you have to fight with all you've got. This one is like some kind of grand fight between, like, I don't know, some kind of royalty, or like fighting for royalty, or I don't know. It has that kind of grand feeling to it. Like, the type of thing where, like, this would be a battle in like a square in some kind of giant coliseum or something like that, with like everyone looking on, like this is the final battle, or I don't know. It has that kind of intensity to it, or like a grand battle on like a huge stage or something. It feels so much more grand than the first song did, because again, that was really intense, don't get me wrong, with the Jumanji drums and everything like that, and the Sephiroth choir. But this one, it feels a little different. Again, it feels a little more royal to me, a little bit more maybe military, I'm not sure, but it's really fantastic nonetheless. I mean, so many excellent melodies, and I'm always a sucker for these kinds of, like, not only string melodies, like we got that like almost harp like shamisen section that was really fantastic, but not on top of that, it's just so many incredible kind of themes, like Eastern style themes, and again, I'm always a sucker for that kind of melodies. No, I'm not sure if it's Chinese or Japanese. It could be either one. It's hard to say sometimes, and I believe that was an erhu we got near the end there, which is a little more traditionally Chinese instrument, I think. Again, I may be mistaken, and I apologize if I am, because it's hard to track sometimes with some of these specific string instruments that have similar cadences. But overall, it was absolutely fantastic. Definitely not quite as intense as Battle Theme 1, but this was, I think, the better song of the two. Like, both songs were incredible, don't get me wrong, but I think I just enjoyed this one a little bit more. The diversity in the string elements and the different layers of flutes and different layers of violin melodies or shamisen or whatever instruments they were, right? Just multiple different layers of similar instruments but somewhat different, and just so many incredible melodies. Like, we just kept getting interesting melodies over and over again, and it was fantastic. I'm curious where or what story this is based off of, or what, like, literary references created this arc of the game, because it seems really interesting, and I wouldn't mind checking into deeper the lore of this type of thing, or even, again, playing the game, which I will be doing eventually when I have time. But this was fantastic nonetheless, and I definitely need to get into more from Canto VIII music, and also just get back into Limbus Company music in general, because there's so much more I need to check out. Still so much. I've only just scratched the surface, I feel like. But I mean, I always love every single song I hear. There's always so diverse and interesting. And it seems like with each new canto, they get even more skilled and talented, coming up with interesting themes. And these are great examples, because both songs are just so unique and so diverse, and they just kept going, kept changing. There's so much to both songs, and they're just so good. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, watching my reaction. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And until next time, later days, folks.